Emma Raducanu's incredible victory. Full match highlights. Beats Cristina Bucsa at China Open. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. The floodlights of the China Open illuminated the court like a grand stage. Beijing was alive, buzzing with anticipation, as fans filled every corner of the National Tennis Center. The autumn air was cool, but inside the arena, the energy was electric. On one side stood Cristina Bucsa, the Spanish warrior with a reputation for grinding out long rallies and never giving up. On the other, Emma Raducanu, the British starlet whose name had sent shockwaves across the tennis world in 2021, when she lifted the U.S. Open trophy as a teenager. This wasn't just another match. For Emma, this was redemption. The first serve. The opening game told the story of the entire match. Intensity, grit, and fire. Emma stepped up to serve, bouncing the ball with calm rhythm, her eyes locked in determination. The first point, a blistering ace down the tee. The crowd roared, but Bucsa responded, absorbing pace, sending balls deep, testing Emma's consistency. The first game stretched to deuce after deuce, each rally more grueling than the last. Finally, Emma unleashed a backhand winner down the line, holding serve with a fist pump and a roar that echoed across the court. This wasn't going to be easy, and that was exactly how Emma liked it. The battle unfolds. Cristina Bucsa came prepared. She retrieved every ball, forcing Emma to hit an extra shot again and again. For much of the first set, the rally stretched beyond 20 shots, the crowd gasping with each exchange. Emma, however, looked different from the uncertain player critics had doubted in the past 2 years. She was patient, constructing points, mixing slices with flat drives, finding openings with intelligence. At 3-3, Emma struck. A thunderous return winner broke Bucsa's serve, sending the British fans and the crowd into a frenzy. She followed it with a confident service hold, racing to 5-3. And then, with ice in her veins, she sealed the first set 6-3 with another backhand winner. She raised her fist at the crowd, eyes sparkling, a smile tugging at her lips. Bucsa's resistance. If anyone thought Bucsa would fold, they were mistaken. The Spaniard fought back in the second set, digging into her trademark resilience. She chased down every ball, forcing Emma to hit her limits. At 2-2, Bucsa broke serve for the first time. The crowd buzzed, sensing momentum shift. Emma frowned, regrouped, and wiped sweat from her forehead. This was a test. Instead of panicking, she reset. She tightened her footwork, increased the spin, and began stepping inside the court to dictate play. At 3-4, facing break points that could hand Bucsa the set, Emma produced brilliance. A drop shot that died just over the net, an ace out wide, and a fearless inside-out forehand winner. She held, then broke back immediately with a spectacular running forehand pass. At 5-4, serving for the match, the crowd rose to their feet. Match point magic. The final game was pure theater. Bucsa fought like a warrior, saving 2 match points with gutsy winners of her own. The rally at deuce stretched nearly 30 shots, both players refusing to blink. But Emma would not be denied. On her third match point, she ripped a forehand cross-court, so sharp it kissed the sideline. Bucsa lunged, but the ball was out of reach. Game, set, match, Raducanu. Final score, 6-3, 6-4. Emma dropped her racket, raised her arms to the sky, and let out a triumphant scream. The crowd erupted in unison, chanting her name. The emotional release. At the net, Bucsa embraced Emma with respect. Both had fought bravely, but tonight belonged to the Brit. As she waved at the fans, tears glistened in Emma's eyes. This wasn't just a win. It was proof to herself, to her doubters of the world, that she was back. Every serve, every rally, every lung-busting sprint had been a statement. I'm here and I belong. Her team in the players' box stood applauding, grinning from ear to ear. Cameras captured her coach mouthing, "That's the Emma we know." The world reacts. Within minutes, social media exploded. Raducanu's back. What a performance. Vintage Emma, smart, fierce, fearless. This is why she's special. Heart of a champion. British newspapers prepared headlines hailing her incredible victory, while fans in Beijing tweeted videos of the crowd chanting her name. The WTA's official account posted, "What a night for Raducanu in Beijing." Remember the name. The human behind the hero. Later that night, Emma sat quietly in her hotel room, nursing sore legs but smiling. The adrenaline had faded, replaced by reflection. She thought of her journey, the surgeries, the harsh headlines, the endless questions about whether she could return. She thought of the countless hours of rehab, the lonely hotel rooms, the moments when quitting seemed easier. And then she thought of this victory. It wasn't a grand slam. It wasn't a trophy. But it was something more valuable. Belief that she was still capable of greatness. A symbol of resilience. Emma Raducanu's victory over Cristina Bucsa was more than just a match result. It was a story of resilience, of refusing to bow to setbacks. For young players around the world, her performance was a message. Greatness isn't defined by never falling. It's defined by rising every time you do. In the Philippines, in Spain, in Britain, in China, kids stayed up late to watch her fight. Coaches pointed to her perseverance. Fans rediscovered the joy of cheering for her. Looking forward, the China Open was not the end. It was a beginning. Emma's journey back up the rankings had officially restarted. Her win over Bucsa added valuable points. But more importantly, it reignited her fire. She knew tougher opponents awaited. Bigger challenges loomed. But tonight, she had momentum. Tonight, she had proof. As she packed her bags for the next round, she whispered to herself, "This is only the start. Let's keep going." History in motion. When tennis historians look back, they may not write essays about a second-round match in Beijing. They may not analyze the scoreline or dissect each rally. But fans will remember the atmosphere, the emotion, the roar of the Beijing crowd, and the sight of Emma Raducanu smiling with relief and pride after beating Cristina Bucsa. Because some victories are about more than trophies. They're about rediscovering yourself. And on that night in Beijing, Emma Raducanu did just that. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.